An Anker 633 and the ESR MagSafe battery pack both are rocking 10,000 milliamp hours when we are talking about being in a MagSafe battery pack. These are very similar, but they do have some key differences that I think will make up your decision when you're talking about purchasing one, so you can rock one of these on your long trip that you may have planned. So let's go ahead and get into it, and hopefully at the end of this video, you'll know which one to go out there and pick up. All right, so let's go ahead and start right offhand with the price. All right, we always got to talk about price because price is everything when you are talking about picking up anything of this sort. So the ESR is at an insanely incredible value of 45 bucks. All right. It's just, I do think for the power per price when it comes to a MagSafe battery pack, the ESR is just insanely hard to beat, because when you look at the Anker, the 633 over here, this is going to be a whopping 80 bucks. All right. So yeah, 80 bucks for this bad boy right here. And you kind of got to decide right offhand. I think that's going to be a deciding factor for a lot of people, man. But let's just go ahead and step through the rest of the features so we can see what matters most to you when you are talking about charging. All right. And the next thing right here is we got to talk about charging performance, because that's what these are all about when we're talking about MagSafe battery packs. Now, both of these are going to be very similar, exactly the same, actually, when we are talking about plugging it into your phone, just like this, on the back of it, turning it on and letting it wirelessly charge your phone. These are going to be the exact same. All right, we're both talking about 7.5 watts when it comes to wireless charging. This is going to be standard across the board with just about every MagSafe battery pack that you go out there and get. So both of these are going to charge it at 7.5 watts, and they're both going to kind of give you the same performance, basically a full charge and a half of a charge, a little less than a half a charge, whether it's the ESR or the Anker, both going at that 7.5, both going at that 10,000 milliamp hour batteries. You may have slight differences, but with my testing, both of these are kind of the exact same when we are talking about those charging times and speeds, charging the 13 Pro Max. But when it comes to wired charging, this is where it's a little different between the MagSafe battery packs, but the performance really kind of stayed the same. All right, so when it comes to the Anker, you have up to 20 watts when it comes to power delivery out of this USB-C port. And both of these, of course, has USB Type-C, but this one on the ESR is rocking 18 watts. All right, so you got a little bit charged. 2 watts. Is it a huge difference in the charging speeds when I set it to 2? Not really. All right, but one thing that's an advantage over the ESR is, although this does have that 20 watt charging power delivery port, you can also plug in something via regular USB so you can charge something up as well. But when it comes to the ESR, you only have that one USB Type-C port. So it really just depends on what you want to do. It really depends on how you're going to be using these MagSafe battery packs. If you're just going to be charging your phone, or if you're going to be charging another device with it, that's something that you got to take into account when you are talking about both of these. But I would have to say, if you're just strictly using these for charging your devices, especially when it comes to wireless or wired, I don't think you can go wrong with either or. I do think you're going to get the same performance out of both of these. It only changes a little bit if you do want to plug a second device in when it comes to the Anker 633. All right, now let's kind of go ahead and get into some of the personal little differences and things that come along with these MagSafe battery packs. Now, the first thing that you're going to see right offhand is Anker is always going to provide you with some type of kickstand when it comes to their products, and I can always appreciate it. So with that $80 price tag, you're going to get, a little addition, and that's just going to be give you a little kickstand so you can prop it up. Now, is it the best kickstand in the world? No, it's not going to be able to take a whole bunch of things and it's not the most sturdy kickstand, but guess what? It's an option and it's there. And I always appreciate when companies just give you other options to do what you want to do. Now, yeah, ESR isn't rocking no type of kickstand, but one thing I can say about the ESR, and let's just go ahead and bring it over, is this is going to be lighter and this is going to be smaller than the Anker. All right, so let's go ahead and plug this in right here. Now, I've already done this test to tell you that information. So when it comes to the ESR MagSafe battery pack, it's going to be rated at 185 grams. All right, so it does have a little bit of weight to it, but when you bring this behemoth over here, when you're talking about the Anker, you're sitting at 218 grams, all right? So you can actually feel that difference when it's in your hand between these two battery packs. But when you're talking about just size alone, I mean, look at that. The fact that Anker was able to, the ESR was able to pack 10,000 milliamp hour battery in here and keeping the thickness, the ESR is a little bit thicker, but you can see the Anker has that more of a square and taller aspect to it. So it really just depends on which you prefer. Do you prefer to have the kickstand, or do you prefer to have the actual smaller, more compact in your pocket? All right. Now, another thing that I can kind of say the ESR has over a little bit over the Anker is I do think it does have a slightly stronger magnet. Now, I'm not talking about a night and day difference, but I do feel like the ESR has a slightly stronger magnet than the Anker when it comes to actually adhering to the actual phone. Now, I know cases kind of make a difference, but I've tried this without a case and it kind of yields the same results. And I do think the ESR has a slight advantage when it comes to the actual magnetic strength. All right. Both of these basically are rocking a button and then it lights up and tells you, and let me kind of cover it up so you can see it right there. It basically kind of, I don't know why I was trying to lock onto my phone. It tells you your level of with the LED. So that does it right here. Same thing with the Anker. You kind of press it and it's going to light up and let you know what the power percentage is. So that's good when it comes to that. Now, one thing that I know for sure, and a lot of people always ask me this question in the comment section, is like, yo, T, does the MagSafe battery packs have pass-through? All right. And I know for a fact, and it's actually rated on their website, that the Anker 633 is supported with pass-through. Now, what that basically means is if I plug this in, it'll charge the actual battery pack itself and charge the phone itself at the same time. Now, I have scoured the internet trying to figure out the same thing for the ESR. And from my testing, I don't think it provides pass-through charging, just for my quick testing real quick before the video, because I don't really use pass-through. I like to use these as battery packs to see what the performance is. So if you're out there and you have the ESR and it does support it, let me know in the comment section down below. But I looked everywhere on the website, on the Amazon page to ask questions when it came to Amazon, and nobody could actually tell me if this had pass-through charging. But I do know for sure the Anker is provided with the pass-through. All right. Now, some other little things right now that I don't have on my list right here in front of me is we're talking about availability and colors and different things like that. Now, both of these, you can go over on Amazon Prime, grab these, get them next day, next 2 days. So availability and getting these isn't that hard. The ESR does go out of stock quite often. I know a lot of people always ask me, yo, T, is there an update with ESR? Are they going to get more in stock? So I do see the ESR going out of stock more than the Anker 633, but they're both all on Amazon as of this video and in stock at today's date, the 21st of June. The dates is all crazy, man. It's already June, but they're in there and you can go and pick one up. With the Anker, I do know it does come in a few different colors. I think they come in this black, they come in a white, and I think they come in a blue color. Now, when it comes to the ESR, it does come in this white, and it also comes in a black color that I really want to get, but I can't find the black. I'm not sure if it's on Amazon. I'm not sure if it's on their website directly, but I have been trying to find it, and I can't really find it, all right? But both of these come in a few different color variations if you do want to switch it up and different things like that. So that's basically going to be the differences, man, and this is going to be the similarities between these two. But let's kind of run through it real quick one more time. When it comes to the Anker 633, 80 bucks. 20 wireless charging, you got a kickstand, you get nice charge performance, but you can also charge up to 2 devices here because if you have a USB-A and you have that power delivery on the back, and this does support pass-through charging, all right? But you slide over here with the ESR, sure, it doesn't have some of those fancy bells and whistles that the Anker has, but guess what? This is almost half the price cheaper than the Anker, sitting at 45 bucks. 18-watt charging, which is only 2 watts less. Performance really isn't showing you a dramatic difference between the two. It is smaller, it's lighter, has a stronger magnet, but it doesn't support pass-through charging. Like I said, if I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section down below. Sometimes I'm not always right when it comes to these products, but hopefully this gave you a good breakdown of both of these products so you can go out there and make a purchasing decision about these two. If you're in the comment section, if you have any questions about these, let me know in the comments. I'm very active in the comment section. If it's something I missed, comment and say, yo, T, what about this? You missed it in your video. I'll be sure to go out there and reply to you, man. But check them out. Links are down below, and you already know, man, if you made it to the end of this video, make sure y'all hit me with those flex emojis. And until next time, y'all be safe. Later.